Hey, with everything going on right now in the world with the pandemic and the coronavirus, it has become very aware to me that as a female and in my 50s, I've always been a caretaker of others, and I've often put myself on the back burner as well. And so I wanted to create a video just to talk about different ways that we can care for ourselves so that we don't neglect our own health and well-being, mental and physical and everything. And so if you're new to my videos, I'm Sherry, but I'm going to share some of my ideas with you here in just a minute. So hang on. Hey everyone. It's a little bit crazy this time. This week, today, every day gets a little more crazy than the last. And I know if I'm feeling it, you may be feeling it too. Wow. I mean, I'm a mom. I have 3 kids. I have a husband who is supposed to leave tomorrow for an overseas business trip for an extended amount of time. And that got canceled at 10:30 last night. It's a little bit crazy right now. And like I said, if you're a female, you're probably feeling it too, because odds are high, if you're a woman, that you are also a caretaker. You may be a spouse, a partner. You may take care of older parents, younger kids, older kids. I have 2 kids in college, and one of them shut down the school for the semester. Just found that out yesterday. I feel like yesterday I was on a roller coaster. Is anyone else feeling like they're on a roller coaster right now? I mean, I just didn't even know what was coming in an hour or 2 hours. And it's a lot going on. It's a lot to process. And it's a lot of adjustments that we're all making right now, whether it's meal planning and prepping or stocking up on toilet paper if you can find it, or just being flexible and going with the flow. It's an absolutely crazy time right now. And I know if you're feeling that too, like I just wanted to come here and tell you, like, you're not alone. We're all feeling it. My whole family's feeling it. My extended family on the other side of the country, like we're all feeling just really uncertain right now. Every day gets a little crazier than the next. I'm taking a break from the news for the next couple of hours because I just need a little bit of sanity. And I'm thinking, what can I add into my day to just bring me some peace? And I wanted to come here and share that with you because I think we all need to take a break from the news. We all need to find things that can sort of calm us down. And so that is what I want to talk about today. Things that make us feel good, that refill our cup, refill our happy bank account, our emotional bank account, whatever you're feeling. I want to come up with ideas, and I want you to share your ideas with me on how we can share things that work for you, because other people need that also. And so our ideas are going to help other people, whether they see this live or on the replay. If you're new to me, I'm Sherry Dias-Malat with Glam Lashes Galore, and I'm the leading authority for teaching women how to use makeup with confidence, no matter what season of life you're in. Because I know not everyone learns how to do makeup from a sister or a cousin or a parent, or when they're a teenager. They may not learn till they're later in life. And honestly, my makeup looks better now in my 50s than it did when I was 20 or 30 or even 40. I look younger now because I have such better makeup skills. But today is about self-care. And if you've ever been over to my blog, you know that I talk a lot about self-care, different ways to bring more self-care into your life. I put my career on hold for 20 years because my husband was a pilot in the Navy. And so I was the one staying home, watching the kids, raising them so much while he was overseas or in combat zones. So I am the first to say that I have been horrible about this most of my life. But I'm also going to add that I come from a long line of females who also did the same thing. I mean, I grew up learning, put yourself last. You take the leftovers, you take the last of everything. And I really don't want to pass that on to my daughter, because while there is something that's very beautiful and genuine and loving and caring about it, there's also something that sort of eats away at who you are if you always put yourself last. Give me a heart or a thumbs up if you know what I'm talking about, because I really lost myself in that process. In my 30s, I was raising my 3 babies, and in my 40s, I got stuck in a decade of grief, and I didn't know how to care for myself because I'd spent so long not doing it that I didn't have things in place to go to that would make me smile, make me happy, make me feel better again, rejuvenate myself, or just like help me breathe. And sometimes that's all you need, is to just keep breathing or keep moving, because we all go through seasons of life, ups and downs. You know, you can be happy and everything's going your way one day, and then the next thing, like the rug gets pulled out of you, and you don't know what to do because you don't have that little toolbox, that toolkit of things to do to help yourself when you need help, right? Like, women are so bad, for the most part, about asking for help, about asking other people to jump in, or even to just like, can you handle things while I take care of me for a few minutes? Women are notoriously bad about that. And so I want to talk about some ideas. I have a group where I was brainstorming with other women, and oh my gosh, so many women are sharing other ideas. So I have down here, I've gathered some of my favorite things for self-care. I feel like I've been preparing for years. Maybe stockpiling. We'll say preparing. Preparing is a better word. I've been preparing to be isolated for weeks at a time because I'll be honest, I love bath products. So I want to share with you some of my favorites, because that is one thing that makes me feel better, is like, you know, nice music playing on my iPhone, my favorite playlist. I even started a playlist that says soothing. It's soothing songs. It's songs that just sort of make me feel at peace. I'm always creating new playlists. I'm one of the few people, I guess, who still shops at iTunes while it's still available. But I have a soothing playlist. It's a great time. It's like I knew this was coming, right? So I want to share with you some things that I've been stockpiling. This is only a small portion of my gear. All right, so one of the things that I found at my grocery store the other day, actually I guess it's been a few weeks, my grocery store has a little area with handmade soaps and body butters and stuff like that. And honestly, I love this product so much. I went out, I searched them on Instagram, I went to their website, and I got on their mailing list. There aren't a lot of places that I go and I beg to get on their mailing list. I love these products. So this company is called Biggs and Featherbelle. Not the easiest company name, but I love their website, and they have really good sales and clearance and everything. And this is what I got. I got some whipped shea butter. If you follow stories, I had it in my stories not long ago. And I'm actually going to try and make some myself. I've been all over Pinterest. I started a new board on Pinterest so that you can follow me. I'm Sherry Dias Malott on Pinterest. I started a new board where I could start making my own, because I thought, well, I can order on Amazon all the products and I can just have a little fun, crafty, make my own stuff. And it's super thick, but when you rub it between, oh, and it smells good. This is lavender and lemongrass. So one thing I've been hearing, back to the news, is that if you keep your hands more moist, more moisturized, they wash better, they stay clean better, all of that kind of stuff. But also, I'm washing my hands so much, you guys, that they're getting cracked and they're dry. And so this stuff is fantastic. I put it on right before bed and it really just locks in. Look at this. Honestly, I've only had this like 2 weeks, and look, I've used like almost half of it. It smells so amazing. I love anything lavender before bedtime because it helps me relax. But a whipped shea butter is awesome for something like that. I also, though, like after my father passed away several years ago, I had trouble going to sleep at night. I had trouble staying asleep, and I found that my mind would, like in that quiet time, I'd start to worry and like memories would pop in. It was really difficult. And if you've gone through this, you know what I mean. Or if you've had worries for family members or friends, it can look the same, right? I love the aromatherapy products at Bath and Body Works. Aromatherapy is one of my favorite things, but I love this. This is Sleep Lavender and Cedarwood. But I put just a little bit in my hand before I go to sleep sometimes too, if I feel sort of anxious. and that smell of lavender, like it just calms me. And I always sleep with my hand by my face, so I'm smelling it as I'm falling asleep. It's just so relaxing. One of the other things that I love from Bath and Body Works, I really find eucalyptus incredibly relaxing. I grew up in Southern California, so maybe it was being around eucalyptus trees all the time, but they have a stress relief, and I think I have every product in this brand. Like they have this, they have stress relief like mist, they have eucalyptus oil, like a lip balm, so many great things for stress relief that I just love, and that also is very calming. I have never had an Epsom salt bath, but I've been preparing for it. We have one of those large soaker tubs, and now, because I have everyone home, my husband's trip overseas was canceled at 10:30 last night. My 2 college boys are home. Both of their schools have gone virtual. I have a teenage daughter, and she likes her showers at night. So trying to find a time when I can fill my huge soaker tub with enough hot water that we can still do dishes, and you know what I'm talking about. But I've been preparing. I have a huge thing. I think I found this I think this is Target brand, Epsom salt. Again, see, now this has eucalyptus and spearmint in it. Doesn't that sound amazing? I hear these are wonderful. Oh, the shower gel lotion. Yes, I have a few. I thought about like filling a basket and bringing it over here, and then I thought, oh my gosh, I'm gonna have too many products. I've been preparing. So I'm going to try an Epsom salt bath. I've also found these at Target. Does anyone ever shop at the dollar bins at Target? They're fantastic. Sometimes you can find some amazing things. I found pink Himalayan bath rocks. These are like $3. I didn't know when I was going to use them, but I knew sometime I was going to enjoy these. So these, like, I'm stocked up, right? I also have stocked up whenever I'm out with my daughter, and every spring we usually do a girls' trip, and this girls' trip got canceled. I'm so sad. She's almost 16. We wanted to do like a big 16 party. Not happening. But from our trip last year, I love Bliss products. They have them now at, this was from Steinmart, but now they have them at Target. And they have fantastic little bath bombs and all kinds of fun things. But, body scrubs, all of those kinds of things that help your body keep the moisture in. Because if you're inside, like I'm in the Northeast, so it's in the 40s today. It's not real bad, but it's still very dry here. But keeping the moisture in your skin so that you don't get super dried out, and also again on your hands, like even these from Bath and Body Works, the little tiny hand creams, I have them in my purse, I have them in the car. But I wanted to give you ideas on things that you can do that maybe you're like me, maybe as you've seen stuff over the years, you're thinking, oh, I'll grab that because maybe I'll try that product now. I have so many of these things stashed in my cabinet that I could totally be using, every day, every other day, however in my routine, because whether it's moisture that's good for me, for my hands or my body, or the smell that's also good for my mental, for how I'm feeling, for reducing anxiety, for calming nerves, for helping me relax more to go to sleep. There's been a couple nights over the last few nights that I've been up till midnight, and usually I'm a 10 p.m. go to sleep kind of girl because I want my 8 or 9 hours. And luckily one of my kids has been home to be able to drive my daughter to her early morning work, and she's a manager for a baseball team, so she's had early practices also, so that I could still get my 8 or 9 hours, because that's how I stay healthy. One thing that I shared in my Glam Beauty Bar group also recently was about breathing, and this is a really great breathing technique, because I know when I was struggling when I lost my dad, it was super hard for me to just relax. I felt like I couldn't control my breathing, and I'll be honest, I'm not a very good breather anyway. I tend to hold my breath sometimes and I don't think about it, and then I'll exhale and then inhale and take a big, bunch of air at the same time. And one of my family members, like my husband, will say, "What's wrong?" I'm like, "Oh no, I'm just breathing. I'm reminding myself to breathe." And I'm really bad doing that. This breathing technique, if you haven't tried it, it works really, really well. And I believe it's called 4-7-8. So what you do is you want to inhale, okay? You want to take in a deep breath, and you want to do it over the count of 4. So 1, 2, 3, 4. You hold that, and in your head you count to 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And then slowly exhale to the count of 8. Excuse me, I need water. Water is the other thing. Stay hydrated, friends. Doing that breathing routine helps so much if you're struggling to fall asleep at night when the house is quiet and you're laying in bed, and now all of those things that you feel like, oh, I have to go fill up the car with gas. I don't have cash. I should have cash. You know, all of those things that you're thinking I should do in case things get worse. Let yourself relax and do that 4-7-8 breathing count and see how that works for you. That has been fantastic for me when I don't feel like I can turn my brain off, when I feel like I'm just too anxious to fall asleep, but I know it's late and I know I need my rest to stay healthy also. But also, as you saw me reach for my water glass, you may have heard this on the news too, and this is one thing that I really focused in on, was that one of the best ways to fight a respiratory virus is washing hands, right? But also staying hydrated. And I have to tell my sweet mom, my mom loves tea. She loves hot tea. And she drinks hot tea all day long, even up until bedtime. She loves her hot tea. But that is not hydrating her. Tea is a great thing, but I'm really trying to focus on her to stay hydrated. Drink as much water as you can. I'm so thankful I finally talked my husband into getting reverse osmosis so we didn't have to stock up on water bottles. But just trying to get all of my family members to just keep drinking your water, keep your body hydrated, and then we go from there. I was really super busy last week, and I thought, okay, this is the week that I go back to Planet Fitness. This is the week that I go back and I start using the infrared booth that they have. It's supposed to be really good for breathing and really good for your skin care and joints and so many other things. I'm gonna get back and use all their machines and just start boosting all of my cardiovascular system. And now I'm thinking, I don't know that I want to go back to Planet Fitness right now. I need to walk around the block. I need to get on the treadmill that we have in the basement. I need to figure out how to do all of that better. And so, you know, what are you guys doing to stay active? And I mean, we're all sort of hermits right now. That's sort of what they want us to do, right? Is to stay isolated in some way. But how are you still staying fit? And how are you caring for yourself? Because if we put on our own oxygen mask, we are so much better able to deal with whatever the news is going to bring us tomorrow, right? Because it's changing by the hour. Everything is changing by the hour. It's absolutely unlike anything I've ever seen or felt or gone through. Even crazier than September 11th was, in my opinion. So any tips that you have for how you care for yourself, whether it's the food that you eat, are there certain foods that you find make you feel better, are more calming for you, make you feel healthier, make you sleep better? Are there certain types of teas that you like that make you feel calm and relaxed? I love peppermint tea. I always have peppermint tea when my allergies get bad because it feels so soothing. I used to work for a woman who was from Korea many years ago. And whenever I had the allergy throat and cough, she would get the ginger root and she would slice it and boil it in tea for me. And it was so good for stopping my cough. I loved it. I need to get some of that. But also, what are you doing for yourself? Do you read a book? Are there books that you have on hand that you find make you feel better? Maybe it's devotions that you read. I started keeping a gratitude journal, and I really like that because it's forcing me every day to think, Okay, a lot of really bad stuff happened today, but something really good happened, and I'm going to write that down. It just changes your perspective. It helps you focus on the positive, which elevates your whole self to a more positive view than focusing on all the negative stuff. What else do you like? I'm thinking I'm going to get on the treadmill, and I think I want to watch Friends reruns. I have a nail salon where I go, and they have 2 TVs on either side of the nail salon, and they're always playing Friends, and I love to go there. I'll be honest, it's not the best service in my small town. It works, but I go there because I love to watch Friends. I am always cheered up when I watch those goofy friends doing something or pulling a prank or something backfires, whatever it is. Reruns of older shows may pick you up. Maybe there's a series that you're binge watching right now that you just can't wait to get to the next episode. Maybe there are movies that have come out on pay-per-service, a paid viewing service that you're really excited to watch that you haven't watched. Maybe those are things that would be just a timeout, just a pause, just a little bit of escape, because I think we all need to find ways to escape a little bit and give our mind a break from the crazy that's going on and just focus on other stuff. And that's one reason I wanted to come into a Facebook Live, because it was getting hard for me to scroll on Facebook. I was seeing, pictures of stores, and it was just a little bit much for me. I didn't want to see any more pictures of stores. It was making me anxious. Drop your comments below and tell me, have you done anything for yourself yet? Are you thinking about them? Do you have some plans to? Maybe you haven't even thought about it because you're just sort of stuck, paralyzed. I have a kiddo who gets a little bit of inertia when things get sort of stressful. It shuts them down. And so I feel like in a lot of ways, that's almost happening to many, many people right now in our country, that it can be very paralyzing. What do I do next? And trying to plan ahead for how can I get through this? And really my big message is we're going to get through this because we're going to take care of ourselves and our families and our neighbors. I have an amazing friend, Kari. I don't know if you're watching, Kari. Kari, we have an HOA for our neighborhood, and we have a little Facebook group that some friends put together. And I just saw her post in there. I love this. Kari posted in there, she said, hey, if there's any neighbors in the neighborhood who aren't able to go out or have a lower immune system or something, let me know. I'll grab stuff for you. And to me, that is so huge. I think that's amazing. And I'm thinking, okay, how can we do that? How can we help out, the elderly living around us? My mom lives by herself, and I'm thankful she has a couple of neighbors that she can lean on. But what a great thing. If you have a Facebook group for your neighborhood, you could even offer that, right? Hey, even if you want to combine meals or something, or I'm running out and can I grab something for you? Is there one thing, I just realized the other day I'm out of honey. I need honey for something. If you need one thing, you can offer to get that for somebody else. There's so many things that we can do, and I think that it's just taking some creativity and thoughtfulness and patience, right, for all of us. And we're going to get through it. I just want you to remember, I want you to take care of you, because if you're like me, I haven't done that for a long time. I haven't been good about it. And if you have a daughter or even a son, it's good for sons to see this too, that it's okay for mom to take care of herself, that go fix your own lunch, go get your own stuff, because it's my time right now. I've never done that except in the last few years, and I'm constantly working to get better at it because I'm so programmed in my mind to not ask for help, to not take time for me, to be the last to do anything. It's not a good thing. I want to teach my 3 kids to see that it's okay for mom to go get a manicure or a pedicure or a massage or go soak in the tub for an hour. And you guys have an issue, you figure it out without me. Try and figure out how to take care of ourselves for our own health, obviously, right? But not just for our own health, it's also for our own peace of mind and our own calm and our own well-being, and just feeling that we feel okay, so that we have more energy and more strength to go, because who knows what's going to happen tonight or tomorrow. I mean, we just don't know. Seriously, it was 10:30 last night. My husband's trip for tomorrow was canceled, and I had not expressed how stressed I was about him traveling to a level 3 country, and I just started sobbing, because all I could think about was he's supposed to be there for 30 days, but he has to extend for 3 weeks. Is he going to be there for 2 months? Is he going to get stuck in Europe along the way? Is the country going to close the doors and now we don't know where he is? I just was really scared. So things just keep changing. Get your bath, get your soak, do something for you. Look in your cabinets. Like I said, I have so many of these products just sitting in my cabinet waiting for me to grab them and use them. And pedicures, massages, hot baths, whatever works for you. If you have been storing up on these products for a while, like I have, now is the time to incorporate that into your daily routine, into your nightly routine. Find stuff, start using them, enjoy them, purge them if you find things that are old. Sometimes after a while, certain products will break down. Like this whipped shea butter that I got. I don't know. I'm using it up so quickly, I'm not going to know how long it lasts. But if you've ever had a product for many years, sometimes things will change color and they'll change consistency. Dump it out and get something else that you have, because I'm sure you've got stuff in your drawers and your closets and your cupboards just like I do. And now is such a good time to get them out and slather it on yourself. Make yourself feel good. Get your playlist. If you have playlist on your phone, I challenge you, create a soothing playlist. I am enjoying mine so much. I may go look for more songs today to put on my soothing playlist. You guys are so wonderful. I'm so thankful to be here with you, sharing some of my tips. If you missed the breathing tip, go back into the video. I have the breathing tip that will help you. I don't breathe well. I hold my breath and I don't think about it, but that breathing tip, I promise you, if you do 2 times of it, 3 at the most, it will just help you relax. It will help you feel better. Just calm your nerves. And I think I'm going to make some water. I have lemons and limes that need to be used. I think I'm going to make myself like some healthy water. If you ever go to a spa, I go to a Himalayan salt room, which I'd love to go there now, but I'm thinking maybe I don't want to go now. I don't know. Cut up watermelon or cucumber or limes, lemons, put in your water. I have a big water thing with a spout. It's so pretty. And then you can put some of that fruit in there, oranges, whatever you want to make. I've even seen apples and cinnamon put into water at the Himalayan salt spa where I go. Make yourself some water so that it encourages you to stay hydrated, so that you are able, if you get in contact with any respiratory viruses, right? Your immune system is hydrated very well to protect yourself. Right? Gratitude journal. There are some wonderful gratitude journals on Amazon. I love to look through them. Do you guys ever keep stuff in your shopping cart? I probably have about 6 in my shopping cart right now. And some of them are just, one a day, write one thing a day. And I don't do it every single day. Sometimes the day gets away from me and I forget. But I try like several times a week, write something down. Like today, tonight, my husband and I are going to do a bonfire. We're going to get a little fire pit. We've got some wood. We're going to sit outside in the backyard. We're going to open a bottle of wine, and we're going to have a little date night with a bonfire, just the 2 of us. Maybe I'll play my soothing music, and we'll just sit out by the bonfire and have some wine. And so that's going to be our break from the news. I have a lot of news hounds in my family, and it is hard in my house to get away from the news. So I need to separate myself. And so actually coming into my makeup studio and doing a live video is me getting away from the news for a little bit. Honestly, this is my happy place. I'm so blessed to be able to come here and hang out with all of you. As you guys jump on, share with me, like, what do you have already in stock that you can create your own spa night? Or whether it's 15 minutes or an hour of time for you, what can you do to make yourself feel better? Music, breathing, exercise, lotions, baths, your own pedicure. Maybe I'll do a manicure after the bonfire. I haven't done a manicure in a while either. Anyway, I'd love for you to share your tips here. Let's all do better about taking care of ourselves. Don't put yourself on the back burner this whole time. It's crazy. You need to be healthy too. Oh, I'm going to start vitamins too. I've been bad about vitamins. I keep thinking of things. Share your ideas with me. Share what you're doing to stay healthy. But not just like healthy, but healthy feeling, because the one thing I want to tell you is whatever you're feeling is legitimate. And you know why I know that? Because it's how you're feeling, right? Your feelings, whether you're scared or nervous or anxious or worried, or whether it's about you, or maybe like I'm worried about my mom. I'm going to be honest. I'm worried that I'm 3,500 miles away and I'm not there to care for her. And I'm worried, like, she sent me a picture. She was in the store yesterday behind 20 other people. And I'm thinking, oh my gosh, like, you shouldn't, there's delivery, online delivery. You could do Instacart or whatever. And like, whatever you're feeling, it's so real and it's so legitimate and it's not wrong. It's just, it's there. And suppressing it doesn't always help. So I feel expressing it and coming out and giving everyone a place to talk about it is the healthy thing to do. Like, we're all feeling a certain something, energy in the air. But how do we deal with all of that? Like, you have this whole cobweb, right, of how you feel, and now what do you do with that? So take care of yourself, be good to you, share your ideas here. If you think of other ideas, feel free to drop them in the comments below, because other people, as they're scrolling through, they're going to see them go, oh, I never thought of that. I should do that. You know, boost your immune system, take emergency, get on vitamins, eat healthy fruits and vegetables if you can find them in the grocery store, make your healthy smoothies or anything that works for you, or get 20 minutes of a walk-in. But do things that boost your inner immune system, your mental immune system, right? Because so much of how we cope with things is how we feel about things too. So you guys are amazing. Thank you so much for hanging out with me. I hope that this has been helpful. I hope that, if nothing else, it has been a distraction from the news. I hope that you're able to find those distractions, that you're able to move forward in a way where you're not putting yourself last, right? You guys have a fantastic afternoon, whatever that looks like, and hugs and kisses. Bye.